Good evening, guys. This is Captain Gajanan Karanjikar, and I am with Navguide Solutions, Captain Debashish Basu, and we are continuing this show of decoding Millennial Mariner. Now, it's very important that you know that this is almost the sixth show, and we have got a very special guest this time. The idea of getting him on board was to understand as to how onboard learning, I mean his shore learning and practical use of it on onboard learning has taken shape, and what he sees basically as a need for learning tools, or a need for new teaching methodologies that are required for the millennial mariner. So let me add Captain Debashish Basu first. As we know, Captain Debashish Basu is a master mariner's entrepreneur. He is also a director of Navguide Solutions, and Navguide does a wonderful job so far. They are connected to the few foreign countries and promoting new pedagogies for the mariners learning. That's how we roped him here in this show, because we can take few things with us to the maritime institutes in India. So, Debashish, I added you, so you can accept my, and I will also add. Hi, Debashish, how are you? Good evening to you.
Hi. Hello, sir. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you for joining, Debashish. And I was just telling our viewers that this is our sixth show of Millennial
Yeah.
Mariner. I mean, decoding their learning abilities and teaching and understanding their teaching favorites, I must say, as
Yeah.
to learn things efficiently. So as I was telling them, we have a special guest, Second Officer Puneet Salwan,
Sure.
and Puneet
Yes.
Salwan hails from Chandigarh, and he has a good 6 shifts experience as officer after his cadetship. So idea is to understand the psyche behind
I
a
hope I'm audible.
profound.
Am I?
Yeah, you're audible. You're audible perfectly. All right. Your connection is a bit distinct. I'm seeing you slightly blur.
Yeah. Sorry for
So let
getting
me.
disconnected in between. Uh, Back now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll add Puneet as well. I can see him online. Okay, I'll send this thing invite to Puneet as well. So idea is to hi Puneet, good evening, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening, sir. Good evening, Captain, sir.
Good evening, good
Hello,
evening.
everyone.
Welcome to the show. And Puneet, just
Yeah,
two
thank you
minutes
for
of
the
your
invitation,
introduction.
sir.
No, welcome, welcome. We want to pick your brain on something which is very important subject, and which is not only important, but it becomes more important and relevant because it is neglected. I felt very bad when I read as I always say in all shows, I read the Newsweek article in 2020 about the
Yeah.
millennial generation and their learning, and there was no featuring of any, merchant navy or, mariner kind of thing in that. So much of
Right.
our world takes us for granted. So you are most welcome.
Very true.
Just 2 minutes of your introduction, please. If you can do that, then we'll start the show.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, and thank you for the inviting me on this platform to discuss and to give my point of view regarding the decoding of the millennial mariners. I also has been on a sea from last 10 years, including my sea time, means cadetship and being a third officer, second officer, junior officer, and then clearing our mates and now waiting for the promotion. And the things are well and good for now. And let's discuss on this thing, decoding the millennial mariners.
Yeah, the title looks a little fancy, but it is not that fancy. Subject is very close to the heart and is very pertinent. We are not trying to, decode something or uncode something. Basically, the agony and irony of the maritime education is that it is not even coded. The millennial mariners education is not even coded. so that he doesn't even feature in the education at all. So taking that cue forward, I would like Devashish to introduce himself. I mean, kind of himself and the subject as well from his thought process. Devashish, please.
Yeah, so we are, as you said, we are already on our sixth episode, and we have covered certain very important topics. Like last time we discussed how our addiction to dopamine, our addiction to something that we love, makes us hooked onto that equipment, and that has happened with our phones. We cannot let go of our phones, and that was mainly the topic last time. And how we can use this addiction, or how we can use this characteristic, instead of fighting against it, how we can use it for our benefit and to train the younger generation in a better manner. So instead of having a kind of an imagination that maybe someday it will go away, because it will never go away. I mean, it is the addiction of what we discussed last time about classical conditioning, and how we associate one thing to another thing. Let's say one example would be, which all of us would probably agree with, is that no matter what part of the world you're in, if you are on a ship, 12 o'clock you are hungry, 6 o'clock you are hungry in the evening. That is classical conditioning, because see, when you are at home, you are almost never expecting to have dinner at 6 o'clock. If you are a sailing person, every time it is 6 o'clock, everyone on the ship thinks about food. This is a class kind of conditioning which has happened, because so many years we have seen 6 o'clock is dinner time. So similarly, going on the same lines, our phones have become associated with good memories, with pleasant memories. Even though the phone can give us, it's just an instrument. But since it is associated with good memories, why not use it in the manner that that best suits us, to educate the younger generation and to make every concept clear in their minds, without putting too much pressure on the master, without putting too much pressure on the seniors. Why not use it? That is what we have been doing as a company also for the last 3 years. We are very successful in many different ways. So this is that is sort of the discussion, and I would like to invite you.
Yeah, thank you, Devashish, for that wonderful thought of yours, and I really appreciate what Navigate is doing for the mariners today, and I hope it gets a wider audience, wider acceptance in the maritime education, because at any given point in time in India, we have in 148 maritime training institutions in India, we have about more than 10,000 cadets, ABs, millennials, and today's they are Gen Z, are learning. So it becomes more relevant to understand the psyche of understanding and ability of learning. So Puneet, just to start with you, and the first question, not a rapid fire or something like that, but just a small question. You see, we have grown up in time. I have grown up in time where there was no mobile phone on board. So, as Devashish really said, rightly said, that we come back in the evening, and the only thing on board those days, I joined ship in '89. I was there in active service in 2006. So earlier days, the only thing you look forward to was going back to accommodation, taking a good shower, and a dinner, and sitting in smoke room and watching a new movie, But now things have changed a lot. So what has been your, as a third mate, when you joined the ship as third mate or as second mate, how frequent has been your use of mobile phone, or kind of a thing to seek new information? Information could be a WhatsApp message, information could be a Facebook post, information could be a news channel, information could be a some message on some other messenger tool. So how frequent has that urge been when you're on duty or on ship, basically? First, how frequent has been that urge for you?
Is from the past experience, I say that, like, before, let's say when I joined first time on a cadet, there was no internet on a ship, a first ship or a second
Puneet,
ship.
We can't hear you.
I can hear him.
Hello.
Yeah,
Oh, you can hear
we
me?
can hear him.
I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
hear.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay.
Go ahead.
So the first time when I joined, that time like being a cadet, there was an means not being a cadet means when I joined as a cadet and first time on a ship, there was no internet on a ship. Then the normal same time, you as a cadet don't spend so much money on calling from a ship's phone and wait for the port. And that time I see the culture. I don't know about the before, but that time as a cadet I seen a culture that after the work people used to sit in the smoke room and have every day Saturday means every weekend Saturday Sunday they used to sit together, have a party or some chit chat, etc. Later on, when joined as a third mate and a second mate with the ship with the full Wi-Fi, I personally felt that there was a very less communication between the each other because people were sitting in their rooms because this was the change of time what I was looking at. People before used to wait for a month to get a port and then get a internet connection and then they buy a SIM and get an internet connection and then they talk to the home freely because on the ship they call when they have this in the ship's phone they use talkless, but now with this thing in the initial stages it was like that uh, we always thinking that I have messaged them and what will be the reply or somebody has messaged us, so slowly this urge is increased up because we were always waiting that somebody is going to message up or sometime we have because before we know that next time when second mate will exchange the email then only we are going to get an email, but now instant message is getting, so we instant some good thing is happening at a home or a bad thing is happening out at a home, we want to know it present means instantly, so it is a
Okay,
good
okay.
thing
So
also.
you mean to say, I mean, you want to know it in real time. You
Yeah,
know, you want to know
instantly.
it in real time. See,
Yeah,
this
because
real time communication. I mean, which is supposed to be a WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger also. If you are live on Facebook, I mean, so you must be checking your phone if you are carrying it on the bridge. How is the thing on board now? I mean, do you see everybody carrying the phone on the bridge these days? Everybody takes a phone in the pocket on the
no,
bridge for watch
actually
keeping.
now this thing is what I felt is has been improved because if I says from my personal experience before when we are transiting a Singapore Strait or transiting a near Indian coast, what a second mate or third mate or chief mate, whoever is on the bridge or a AB is on the bridge, he will think that now 4 hours is the transit and we will get a good signal and we will talk everyone. But with the internet, now I know that I have internet. After 4 hours, I will go and talk to whomever I want to talk. So this thing
Absolutely, absolutely.
before transiting a Singapore Strait, every third mate and second mate is calculating more than UKC. They are thinking about that when we are going to pass a Batu Baranti, there will be a good network. But now this thing, nowadays, me as a second mate, I also think the same thing. Why I need to carry a phone? Because after a watch, I have a sufficient time. I can go and use the WhatsApp or Messenger, whatever thing is there to talk at home. Because 4 hours is not gonna change anything.
Okay. So you want to say there are no regulations now from the offices, companies as to not to carry a mobile phone on the bridge, or
Yeah, there are
everybody is allowed to
regulations.
No, no,
carry?
There, no,
there
there
is
are
a
regulations.
clear
There are
cut
regulations.
instruction. You
Phones
cannot
are
carry.
not allowed. Even
You
the
Okay.
cannot carry.
regulations are there because in this thing we are even this thing shown to these the pilots which are like used to have a phones and all like transiting some states or they used to have a phones on bridge and talk now slowly that are like when they are doing a pilot master pilot info exchange they're showing these policies also to the pilot that we have this no phones or red zone policy on a bridge or a CCR. Not only the bridge, even when during a cargo operation, not allowed in the CCRs also. And same in the Indian
Okay,
Ocean
I
road
mean,
also.
but then tell me one thing. If you are not allowed to see, it is again, I mean, Captain Vijay is putting a right comment there, a distraction, and I just wanted to touch that, and he picked my mind really, took the thought from my tongue, I must say, stole my words, kind of thing. So if you are not allowed to carry the phone on the bridge, that means you must be really thinking what must be happening, to the messages on the phone. If there's a Wi-Fi on board, then I see lot of people messaging me from the ship these days. I mean, lot of masters also. I mean, lot of new masters who have joined ship now. They do call me up from ship for some or the other advice or things like that, because they've been my student at one point in time. So, but then that must be happening with you, that you're keeping a watch on bridge, and your mind is on the phone. Ki, have I received a message from my wife or my mother or father or brother regarding some issues at home, or किसी की शादी हो रही है, कुछ हो रहा है, something like that. Does it happen? I mean, does the anxiety thing
But
happens?
but this anxiety was before also. Not only now's word, before also this anxiety was there. When they were used to exchange, everyone is thinking that when the master will going to exchange an email. This anxiety was before also.
So I would think that this is not a option that a officer would carry his phone on watch or during his watch time or during his bridge watch time. Whether he's anxious or not is not that important, but it is company policy, and most of the masters are also very particular about it because you have to keep your watch. I mean, there is no other option that you're carrying a phone in your pocket. Not
Because the
acceptable, yeah, I mean that is, and even the officers, I believe, they do not feel such a strong urge as Puneet was saying that they always have time to refer to the phone later on. Earlier, what he was saying is that during a short passage, you only have a limited access to some areas where you will get a signal, then you have to make some calls. Now it's not like that. Internet is free. You are not even thinking of, you can call home anytime you want. So people maintain their discipline. There is no, I have been sailing for quite a number of years and I have not seen anyone break that discipline. So if you are not allowed to carry on the bridge, you are not carrying it.
No, I
That
was
is
I
my.
was trying to come to the I was trying to come to the dopamine requirement. See, I mean, since you have something in your hand which can make you feel happy when you want to, you know. So the urge, I mean, it's I mean, it's like having a bottle of whiskey with you and you want to drink it. So you have one peg, and then discussions go on and become two and three and four and five, and people stop at night probably on the floor.
Correct.
So what I want to say is, you have a phone with you where there is a news which can make you happy. I mean, of course, there are many news on the phone, but you can select, and I'm trying to get at the kind of a addiction that people have. And when you are born in this kind of addiction scenario, then to switch to something like military regime, that you can't even carry the phone on bridge and you can't even carry that thing on the duty. I mean, it distracts your mind more. You see, you understand the point. So similarly, in a classroom learning, like I'm telling you, I draw a lot of examples in my home. So my daughter was allowed to carry the phone in the school on test in 10th standard. Whatever 2-3 months she went initially, but she used to have the phone switched off in a bag, because in case something happens, emergency, you can always call home or call somebody else. School allowed them to carry the phone to the school, but it has to be it should be in the bag. But you see, the distraction while learning in the classroom, that I have a phone and I need to switch it on. So whenever the recess is there, they will switch it on, probably send some message to friends, hi, hello, what's happening and all, I'm in school today. So these things happen. So when generation which is been growing is this kind of anxiety, you understand my point? They will definitely. Okay, let me switch to the next question to you, Puneet.
but
You must
the
have
answer
seen
to
in last year. Yeah,
the answer of
tell
this
me.
question
Go
was
ahead.
like what I have seen from my past ships. Uh, the the people who have decided to put a wife on a ship, I have seen that because they have not put it on the bridge. Means from the past 2-3 ships I can see the Wi-Fi was not on the bridge. So it is no point of getting a phone to the bridge, because even if I bring a phone on a bridge, but there is no Wi-Fi, so it is of no use. So this is thing what a normal officers now, I think it's he will understand that what is the use of carrying a phone on a bridge if there is no Wi-Fi. And from my past experience from 2 3 ships, I have seen internet is there on board, but there is there no access to the Wi-Fi or the phones on the bridge, because there is no Wi-Fi on the bridge.
Okay, okay. Let's go to next one. Next question, very important for you. I mean, for us to understand. Now, you must have seen, yourself as third mate, cadet, third mate, and second mate, and you must have seen in last six vessels, cadets coming in. You said that when you were on board, there was no internet, there was no email facility also when you were cadet. Okay,
Yes.
and now there's an email facility on board, right? Do you find a change in the attitude of cadets who are on board today? And what is that change? The cadet who
Change
must have
regarding
joined in
what?
2010 and 2020, 10 years span, you've been at sea now. So what has been the change?
I mean,
Could
I
you just
want to,
pinpoint that in few words?
yeah, but can you little bit brief me more? Change about what? Means their behavior, their training
Attitude,
process.
Behavioral
yeah,
attitude.
एटीट्यूड पहले होता है ना. एटीट्यूड तो मालूम पड़ता है, पहले ट्रेनिंग तो करेगा नहीं करेगा, वो तो डिपेंड्स अपॉन द अपब्रिंगिंग, कितने उसके बेली में फायर है सीखने के लिए, है ना. वी ऑल नो दैट कि आई मीन. So I am talking about attitude first. The way cadet behaves on board, the way he walks around, the way he wants to learn things, the way he wants to talk to people, things like that.
I have seen, means not a much cadet I have seen. Like I have seen only 4 or 5 cadets from my experience. The thing I had seen is like the some persons are very good. I found a person with the use of these gadgets. He was himself is providing me as the solution. Sir, this can be done in this way. He's using this thing as a good point also. I mean, it's depend upon person. Everyone cannot be the same, but from I found some cadets which came to me and say, sir, that I was going through this thing and online to do, let's say any topic about our cargo system or a navigation system. So is that or a wrong? Because what I asked you when you gave me this answer, but when I was learning online, this was the answer. So
Okay.
somebody is using it in a good way. That person has a good attitude, because if he has a internet, he's using in a good way. And from his this much point only, we can understand that yes, he is here for learning. But sometimes the cadet, it's not that he don't want to learn. Then it doesn't matter whether he have a internet or don't have a internet.
No, the point was that whether these kids which are growing up at the lot of information flow at home, when they come on board, they already, like you see today, I see in Instagram live, the cadets are learning. I mean, whether it's right or wrong doesn't matter. I mean, I learned ship construction by going inside DB tank. I could not learn it from any of the books which were there with me before. So information, whether it's in phone or in the book, it was there with me. Before I joined the ship, I had a Percy's, construction with me before I joined the ship. But I couldn't understand anything in that diagrams. When I went inside a DB tank or a 4-peak tank or a TSC tank or a cargo hold, then I could see myself relating to the what I'm going to read again now. So information is there. Okay, let's move on to the education part of it a little bit. I mean, we have already on board stories. You
Yes.
see,
So
the point that is that today the importantly in merchant marine education system that we have of maritime training institutes, we have a meta manual. We also have a particular syllabus for second mates and chief mate and masters and all that. And but the syllabus is there for last 150 years. Same things we learn. We're not learning any new things except for the bridge equipment kind of a thing. And it is in chart work. Probably you're learning new things there. But the new learning technology, as I'm saying, has it been adopted in education or not? That is a very $1 million question. And one of
So
the
you,
reasons what we deliberated, myself and Devashish, was that we have a very experienced master mariners or chief engineers as a faculty members, today. And they have learned things in 70s or 80s or 90s in the time when technology was not there. You understand? Whereas in other institute, you have a professor, assistant professor, associate professor, is of 30, 35-year old. He himself is a millennial. He himself has read books on tablets and on the mobiles. You know, where I have not learned much in any books on tablet. Now I learn a lot of books on the laptop and on script and everything else. But not learned during my learning days. So to ask you a particular question, the teaching style of today, in whether it's on board, mentoring, or teaching by chief officer to cadets, or master to every officers, or a chief engineer to engineers, and the teaching style of faculties to students. Is it appropriate? I mean, is it getting that generation gap closed as long as learning is concerned?
no, that some syllabus we have to change. Where I see that we have to be, if we are talking about, let's say, digital products, we have to use that products in a better way, so that we can, for example, when I was learning in a training institute, they told us there was a DB tank, and then they draw us a diagram. Then some, let's say he's telling me, he's teaching us in very good way, but are we able to imagine that if same thing I will get on a digital platform nowadays, 3D views are there where we can turn around the ship and see, yeah, this is the stern, this is the inside the tank if we can go, and this is the pipe system, and this is our
एकच झालंय
DB
का?
tank. So
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
that way, this thing is required, that we use these products with what I was also listening to your last time, this thing Insta Live, that digital products can be used in a good way. Because before I used to only imagine, okay, when I will go on ship, there is a forward part, there is a COP tank, COB, this thing is the pump room is there. There will be DB tanks. There will be a duct kill. But have not seen. Might many people are there sailing so long, but they have never been in a dry dock. They have never been on a dry dock. They have never seen a bottom of the ship. But we have to tell them also. So if a digital product can be used, drawing is okay. We are drawing it on a blackboard. Some are good in the drawing, some are not so good in the drawings. But same product can be used in a digital platform where we can give a 3D view, 4D view to have them feel reality that this is the ship, this is the bottom part of the ship, this is the tank of the ship.
Yeah. Devashish, your thoughts, please.
I have to say here, I think we are little bit mixing up two things now. When you compared that when you were studying from books, that book, like in your generation, everyone was studying from books, even in my generation. Now, after that, you went inside the tank to learn. Now, these are two different things. One is the information that you gathered, what you have to check inside. Then you went inside to learn. Actually, that is where your skill was developed. Not just, I think that experience of acting that is, you will do that, but in
You're breaking away. Your signal is very poor, Devashish. Signal is breaking. So what he's trying to basically say, Puneet, is that the difference in learning from the books and Yeah, your signal is we are coming very broken. Can you hear us, Devashish?
I'm
I think no.
sorry. You can, what I'm saying, going inside the tank, everyone still has to, they have to learn proper jobs. They cannot replace that with any digital format or any other format. The book can be replaced with a digital part. That is what I meant.
No, you're coming broken a bit, because signal actions went for a little toss at your end. So and anyway, so I got your point as learning from books and learning from the digital devices.
Digital wise.
Whether that learning could be different. See, practical education on board and practical mentoring, nothing can be replaced. I mean, no matter, only the skills can be replaced. I mean, the way you teach cadets on board today, the way you talk to them. I heard one of the masters telling me, I'm very courteous with cadets and very courteous with the millennial guys because they are the one I learn from because they have the edge of technology. So in that kind of thing, I fully understand. But the question remains same as to whether see shift stability for that matter. I was talking in my one of the Insta lives earlier this day. The principle of navigation. The principle of navigation is a complete subject which is of imagination. You got to imagine the celestial sphere. You got to imagine declinations. You got to imagine the LHA and SHA and all those kind of things. So you can't without imagination. You won't be able to learn much thing. So if these things are now still taught on the blackboard, I'm sure like when I it was drawn to me first time the prison X triangle, I could understand. He's trying to draw 3D, three-dimensional prison X triangle. But today we have the availability of tools which can teach them in a three-dimensional, video making or animation, even a shift stability for that matter. Like imagination of bilging used to be in the head first, how the tank was got bilged. But now the bilging of a tank can be easily shown in a 3D computer. So I remember when I saw first time the model of a construction house, in 2001 or two, I think so. So that time, then I thought, why can't we replicate shift models like this and teach them, I mean, teach them in the stability problems, like picking up the cargo and the angle of heel to be calculated, all those things. So there are so many YouTube videos also available today for this kind of learnings. So will this kind of learnings, make a difference in understanding topic faster? Is the question.
Yes, these things they support us to learn faster. Product we are using, they definitely we are like you were saying now before we have to only assume or imagine that there will be a building. Now the products are there which they are showing a ship and then they show us okay this has done and now tell us the what is the result if this building is done if this thing
Correct.
happen. Now
So
let's say in
understanding
ROR.
becomes easier. Yeah. Understanding
In
becomes easier,
ROR,
right?
they
Correct.
are giving us so many examples. Before they people used to read a book of ROR and then they used to mug up the rule. And now they are placing us two, three ships and then they are teaching us with the no doubt we have to learn the ROR, but they are
Ship
making the
models.
vision greater. The vision is now greater. Okay, before those then head-on vessel is there, and this rule we have to follow. But practical knowledge definitely should be required. What will be on board? But before going on board, if you are talking about the cadets which are born in 2000, he is already have been to these products. Why will I will hand over him a same book to read it? Whether I can show him a product or a video or a tool which which is an interactive tool. Let's say I can say an interactive tool where a student can learn, okay, if I take my ship to the starboard side, what will happen? If I take this thing board, what will happen? So this thing is what an interactive session, interactive tool which a cadet and a product will have. If give him a more better explanation rather than just reading a knowledge, reading a book and then mugging up that rule for 10 times and then he say I know the rule. I'm not talking about the
Okay.
practical. Practical is definitely when he will be on board. Practical training cannot be replaced. But when we are talking about a book and a digital product is going to give him a more vision.
Correct. Devashish, your thoughts?
Yeah, can you hear me, sir? Am I audible?
Yeah, I can hear you. Now
Okay.
it's okay. Now it's okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, this is what my experience also has been over my sailing years. That you show someone something, and it takes you just a couple of. It also saves time, you know. I mean, it takes you a much less time to show someone something than explain the same thing. It will take you much more time, even if you are very good in explaining. I mean, even if you are excellent in your words, even then showing and, like Puneet said, that having a real experience is completely a different concept than having some written material. But unfortunately, a lot of the things that we get on board, a lot of instructions which we get, even our manuals, even everything, we are surrounded by a number of written material. I am not saying they are bad, but they take a lot more space and a lot more time than if you can just show the same thing, you know, in a. And today we have those options, which was not there 10 years back or even 5 years back, because today a ship is having internet, and recently I heard from a friend that some companies, there is 2 GB per day. I have no idea how they can spend 2 GB a day on a ship, but some ships are having, and that just means that the other ships also will slowly start having high speed internet and more data for cheaper, for it will be cheaper for the company to provide the internet. So when you have internet, you have a whole lot of visual tools. Unfortunately, very few for the marine industry. But I mean, what Puneet is saying is the 3D models and these simulations, they are mostly restricted to institutes, or when you go for a course or when you go for but not in your hand, not on your mobile phone. Very few tools are there which you can actually install on your mobile phone, and you can interact with them and talk to it. Then they will talk back to you, or you can so that is something that I feel is needed in today's generation, because as we discussed before, you have to have your training on your phone. There is no other option. You have to get it down to your phone somehow. And then it will be much more effective, because especially a young generation kid, I'm talking about younger than Puneet, the recent guys who are joining as cadets now. For them, phone is a source of entertainment, and then if you put it down on the phone, it becomes acceptable instantly. And then if you make it interactive, it becomes more and more engaging. Instead of trying to have a one-way conversation that you should learn this, you should learn that, go read that circular, go read this safety minute meetings, and all these things. So that is what the point I wanted to say.
No, absolutely. Even I think about the IMO circulars and the MS notices and all that. There is very pertinent notice of marine notice to mariners which came, or MS notice which came regarding the understanding the accident investigation on board vessel. And I'm sure that nobody must have read that notice, because it was 15 pages. Number one. Number two, it had all the complicated British language what it can have. Number three, that it had for the cadets and third mate. So what I did is, when I was kind of a master, I used to tell them to read the one page every safety meeting, and 1-2 pages, and third stuff. But even third mate, second mate of those days even could not, read those words properly. It was fumble there. So what is the point having a very important, MS notice or a circular or a guidance note or a IMO resolution, which is
Correct.
required for a mariner to read, not
To
only read,
understand. Yes.
understand, not only
And
understand,
implement on board.
to
Yes.
comply with the enforcement of law.
Yeah.
And if they don't understand it properly, how will they comply? Where something is required like this,
So,
it is
so
high
this is
time that people come out. Yeah, correct. Exactly. Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
mean, this is a very interesting topic for me because a few days back I was, I mean, in our company we were preparing a module for enclosed space entry, and so during that I was going to I was going through the case studies, so the with different accidents which have happened due to enclosed space entry, and all of this is available on the internet. There are circulars, there are, as you said, MS notices, different kind of notices you can read on the. Now when we were creating this as something which we would use on board to train the juniors, if you just write it down, if you just copy and paste, or you just write something and then you try to explain it, if you see a whole lot of written material, usually most people in today's generation, they don't feel like reading it, honestly. This is true because I'm researching these things. I mean, if you're reading a blog, only 10% of the blog people are reading. If even the people who want to read the blog, they are not reading word by word, and they are not going into details. So what we did, instead of writing it, we created a game here which was like this, that I give you a situation, okay? Let's say you are standing outside an enclosed space as the attendant, and the people have gone inside, and you are in communication with them, and now you have lost communication, and then the people inside are trying to tell you that they are almost getting suffocated or they cannot breathe, something like this. Now, what is your reaction? Now, from the answer that you give me, there has been accidents because people have actually rushed inside to save people, save others, and they have died inside. So all these things are, instead of just saying it that you should not go inside, you should, but you give him the option or give her the option that you choose your option. You want to go inside, or you want to tell the bridge, then go inside, or you want to just wait there, not do anything. What do you do? What is your role over there as an attendant? So, or you're like, for example, you're a chief officer, and this is a very relevant example. That's why I'm saying you are a chief officer, and your cadet has joined 1 week back. Will you put this cadet on attendant duty as a communication person outside? Because I have had such situations where the officers think that the job of the attendant is very simple. He just has to stand there. He just has to do some communication check. Why not? But in an emergency, if the attendant is not smart and active, he cannot. The people inside might die. So, and this also has happened in many occasions. So, we created games around them, and then you make it interactive. So, this is what I feel makes it interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the introduction of gaming into the merchant education will change the entire teaching scene. I mean, it is just that, I'm sure. I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to say, just think. I see my children playing all the time those games on the mobile and things like iPads and all that from last 5 6 years. So I always see them being very proficient in that. You know, in actual scenario, I don't know if they can fight the battle or really get those weapons from that bag, something like that. Or collect the life and all things like that. But
Yeah.
but the most important thing what I see in gaming and learning is the engrossment, is the engagement of mind into doing something in that 1 hour, 1.5 hour with a lot of focus. So the ending thought of this show, now we are already 45 minutes of the show,
But
is
but
that
but just one
the having a
question.
tools of teaching which actually are of the importance which can engage the minds of the learner. Then I just don't want to dump a book on you. being a teacher or being a faculty, I don't want to dump a book on you, 200 pages, and say class is over. No, I want to really go to your level, make you understand, because you are the one who is going to comply with the requirements, save your whatever your company shipmates, and save their lives. What do you think, Pudit?
No, but right when you were saying, but RV will be able to convert the whole books into a games. I know the
No,
games.
it's
What
not
I
just
only
about
said,
games. It's not
games
just
not
about
games
games.
or games or the interactive session or let's say digital product. But
We
and
can.
again, I don't want that whole MS notice to be in a printed form, which I have to again read it in some tablet or a computer.
That is what to answer your point. That is what we were discussing a few days back also. That we are very impatient in this generation. Even us. You're waiting at a car signal, for example. You're standing in front of behind a car, and the signal becomes green, but the car in front of you doesn't start. He's still waiting. Just think how many seconds before you start honking. Just think the impatience of this generation. I mean, in my case, if I cannot start the car within the first 2 seconds, I know the car behind me is going to start honking. 2 seconds. I am just starting the car, maybe, or I'm just putting the gear in place. Now you think of it on a YouTube video. Before the video, there is an ad. The ad runs
Yeah,
for 5 seconds. Do you remember? You want to watch the video, you don't want to watch the ad. Can you remember how impatient you become? 5 seconds, only 5 seconds you have to watch. But even 5 seconds, when will that button come for skipping the ad so that I can actually go to the video? So this is a generation of impatience. We are very impatient in our generation. We have even international bodies have realized it. TED Talk, TED Talk, which is very famous, they have restricted their talk to 18 minutes. You cannot speak more than 18 minutes. Even though some of the people speaking there are Nobel laureates, they can speak for hours and hours and you will still be interested, but they have restricted the time to 18 minutes. Think of it, in this impatient generation, if you give too many games also, it will be spoiled. So you have to make a
yeah,
combination of everything,
yeah. Now
games
we
and
are,
written
yeah,
and some
we need a
visuals,
combination
and
of
there is a
everything.
combination. Now that is what, as a
But
company also, we are trying to develop that kind of a training system where I can hit a interest nerve in your mind within every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes you're getting something new. Nothing is becoming boring, or you're getting something to interact. Like for example, in a classroom also, if you remember, some teachers will just come and read what they have to read and then they will go away. After
they will
five,
go
ten
away.
minutes, you are just in a different world. Maybe you're thinking of home or thinking of the break or lunch or whatever. But some teachers will start talking to you, so they will get you involved in it. So that has to be the education system that which gets you involved. So either you're playing a game, or you're doing something else, or you're watching a video, or so it has to go very systematically back and forth. And if we can make our written materials like checklists and manuals and convert them into this kind of a format, it will work wonders. It is already, we can see it is doing wonders. Sorry, I
So
spoke
that
for a long time, Kapil.
no, no,
No, no,
we have to,
absolutely,
yeah, yeah,
absolutely
we have
pertinent,
to use them.
absolutely pertinent
We
thought.
have to use them for these cadets which are now coming up. The same cadets which born from the 2000 and coming on a ship now. They should get these thing knowledge from the training institute itself only. Why they will when they join a company and then they will get digital product if available. They should get early so that they will be able to imagine early stages, not at the later stage when they come on board and then we will try to do all these things. So some
Yeah,
app,
there's a nice,
Sorry, I
some
beautiful
of the
comment,
app, app.
beautiful comment which has come up, from Real Colacom, saying that in a generation where almost everything is available at the push of a button, our psyche is built up in such a way that we want results fast. And this is also another thing, I mean, whether your learning is fast or not, the results which are required to be very fast. So that is also, I mean, it's not only a
So
requirement
I,
of a generation, it's
I
also a
just like
requirement of
to
industry which is growing. Yeah.
Yes.
I just like
Go
to put
ahead.
a thought on that comment about getting results fast. So one of the later discussions, maybe I want to discuss about a concept called slow motion multitasking. So what
Oh,
that means
yes.
is how the generation today is slow. I mean, is good, is much better than us or than the in multitasking, because you have to multitask for a lot of ways that you're being brought up. That was not the case in if 10, 20 years back, 30 years back. Multitasking today is an essential element which you are growing up with, and why that is so important to understand, because that also affects how we train our juniors, how we train our. So we'll discuss this maybe sometime later. Yeah. So that's
Sure,
about that
sure, sure,
comment.
absolutely. It was a very interesting discussion today, Puneet, because of you. And I must thank you because sharing your, insights onto the learning. Because you see, unless we speak to the ship's officer, we will not know. And devising something for the millennial generation to learn is not an armchair exercise. It cannot be done in the AC room. It has to be done. Of course, the naval guide is involved in doing surveys and of the ships and things like that. They have a first-hand experience also. So also understanding the psyche of young officers like you will definitely put this program into a light that what is not only required, but as Kolako said very clearly, the demand from industry also is there. So it's not only a demand of a millennial generation to learn fast, but somebody is asking you to do it fast also. So as Devashi rightly put across, that multitasking hasn't become a quality anymore. It is a requirement. So you need to do 10 things at one time. And then multitasking can lead to a lot of errors in navigation, a lot of errors in on board ships, a lot of errors in doing the important tasks. So focus is something which has been lost at this point in time. And taking this cognizance, I think Devashish, thank you very much as well. Putting the
Thank
thought
you.
across on this show. And Puneet, welcome back. We will call you again and pick your more thoughts on this, on this thing.
Sure, sir.
So
Sure.
thank you very much, guys. I think we should end the show
Thank
here.
you
It's
so
already
much.
50 minutes. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Yeah, so this is what it is, guys. And so though today we had some good interaction with Puneet and Devashish Basu on things, and things which came out very alarming was gaming, devices for learning, as well as the slow motion multitasking. Let's pick up some more clues on this next time. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Good night to you all. See you again next Friday.